Hi everybody, welcome to the first episode of Out of Work Piercers Making Things. Here we are at Shelter in Place Tattoo and Body Piercing, and today's episode I'm going to show you how to make a hot dog. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is gather all of our ingredients. Obviously we need bread, hot dogs. I have some chili here just because it's in the fridge, and since we're shelter in place, food's kind of a weird thing, so we're just clearing out stuff in the fridge. FYI, not awesome chili. Ketchup and mustard. Chef sauce. And lastly, cheese. Now that that's set up, let's prepare our area. So, since we have a nice clean area that we have already cleaned off, so we're going to start with opening our packages. Just got to be careful. You don't want to touch the contents. This one's hard. We're just gonna touch it. A little bit of ketchup here. Careful, you don't want to make a mess with this stuff. Legend has it, you spill some of this, you have to burn the whole shop down. Alright, now that we have that, let's go ahead and get our stuff ready. I like to start with an alcohol packet. You just go ahead and just clean the area here. You clean the whole thing here. So then we need to get out our bread. Oh, I didn't prepare that part. So here we have our paper towels. So first what I like to do is I like to mark the center of my bread. So now that we have our center marks, we know exactly where the hot dogs are going to lie on the bread. And we'll get to that part later. Okay, now that we've got everything marked, prepped, we have other stuff to do, but while that happens, we can go ahead and warm up this chili. So we're going to go ahead and throw this in the microwave. And as you can tell by my many accolades, I take hot dogs pretty seriously. Okay, now that the chili is warming up, when that's done, we're going to have to heat up the hot dogs too. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and discuss aftercare. Let's not discuss aftercare today. So now that that one's done, let's go ahead and swap them out. Alright, I hope you guys are as excited as I am, because this is probably going to be a pretty good lunch. I just really hope it is. I don't know what else to do, man. I haven't worked in a week. I got nothing, man. Can't go nowhere. I can't do nothing either. So you get this cool cooking show. Alright, while that cooks, let's just get everything else ready. I like to prepare my wraps just with a little hole in the center. And we'll come back to that part later. We also need to get... this particular client decided they did not want paired hot dogs. We are going to go with an asymmetrical type. So they're going to have different prep because of that. On this one, we're going to do your standard ketchup and mustard. So let's go ahead and just get that ready. And you want to coat this whole area here in a circular pattern. We will do the same with this one with mustard. I cross-contaminated my mustard with ketchup. I know that I did this. I'm okay with it because they're both mine. And I'm at home. And there's a pandemic. And the world is ending. Okay, so now that we have everything prepped, let's go ahead and just get right down to it, okay? So, first you have to don your baggies. There's a shortage on gloves right now. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. So, we're not going to use those today. We're going to use baggies because this is lunch and it was funnier. How about that? Alright, so now we add through the drape. I tore this drape up a little bit, but I think we all know that this doesn't matter. So we're just gonna throw it on there all ugly and willy-nilly like that. Nothing out of the ordinary, just pretty standard run-of-the-mill hot dog lunch. Alright, now that you have something like this, obviously we can't just serve it like this. In times like this, you don't want a bunch of finger foods. So the way I work, for the chili dog ones, I prefer more of a freehand method. And what I do is I'll just carefully mark with a dent right here. So now I can see that. The camera probably doesn't pick it up, but I can see it. So then you start at the end. You want to brace with these two fingers here and just kind of get things lined up. Take a deep breath in, let it out. Bam. So now that that's handled, we come over here, and on this one, since we are not doing paired, what we want is we're going to do the same thing, but we're just going to mark one here. I'm going to mark one dent here. For this one, I'm going to do another freehand method, but for this one, personally, I like a 3-inch toothpick. I feel it gives me a little bit more stability back here on this end, so I have a little bit more oomph, and I can get it done a little bit cleaner. So what I do is I just line up, and I have my fingers ready here. All right, take a big deep breath in, let it out. Oh, perfect. So now that everything's all lined up, oh, I just pierced the other one. See, you gotta be careful. Going from 2-inch to 3-inch toothpicks, things get a little wild. You have to watch this end. You're used to it being over here, so a lot of times when you're moving it, you're not used to things getting that close to your hand. That's the one thing I have found. Alright, so now that you've seen how to make 2 different types of hot dogs for different clients, now it's just time to sit back and enjoy it. Bon appetit. Here's to a happy shelter at home.